This place kind of reminds me of a very nice decorated rainforest cafe with a touch of the Rock's Under Armour logo. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I want to go for this. I want to go for this right now. 300 grams of Australian beef Pichanha steak. That's what $8 gets you in Indonesia. Now, I'm not complaining. That is pretty good. I'm good. Jakarta has some of the biggest malls in Southeast Asia. But today, I'm taking you inside one of its most famous. Grand Indonesia. This place is massive, multiple wings, endless food spots, and floors that feel like a whole city inside a building. But here's the surprising part. Not everything in this mall comes with a luxury price tag. There are actually affordable and really delicious restaurants hidden throughout. And today, I'm checking out one of them. A steakhouse serving a full steak for under $6. Yes, you heard that right. $6. So come with me as we explore one of Jakarta's biggest malls and find out whether this under $6 steak is a hidden gem or just a budget surprise. Let's dive in. All I gotta say is Indonesia is hot. I don't know if you can see the sweat on my... Yeah, you can. Let's be honest. You can't see my sweat. It's just me kind of like covering up for me being a sweaty hog. But no, it's really hot. So be prepared for that. All right, everybody. Right now, I'm in Grand Indonesia Mall. Every single time that you see there's like an East Mall, there's going to be a West Mall, and there's going to be tied to another mall. It's kind of like a mall complex. Like, it's very similar to Thailand, Bangkok. There's a mall, there's another one across the road. So, yeah, a lot of people hanging out. There's another one, there's a Dior over there. It's a big department store. It's called Plaza Indonesia, this Grand Indonesia Plaza. Yeah. I understand why a lot of people are coming into malls because the AC is nice, frigid cold, whereas outside is like super, it's not hot, it's very humid, and you can sweat instantly when you get out. It's comparable to Vietnam, in my opinion, because Vietnam is pretty humid, and sometimes it's nice to be in a mall. So my first impressions of Jakarta, Indonesia, very flavorful food, very flavorful food. I have no complaints about food whatsoever. It's almost too flavorful because it's either too umami or too spicy, and the curries are unbeatable. I don't eat Indian food much, but I would like to try it here because this is the best place to go. My second observation about Jakarta is the traffic is atrocious. Now, I don't mean by like bad, it's just the traffic is It's, oh my God, it's unbearable. It is unbearable, ladies and gentlemen. Like, the traffic in Jakarta is like rush hour 24/7. Vietnam, if you see my Vietnam vlogs, the traffic there is crazy as well, but that's considered efficient and fast. You can get around to places, but in Jakarta, especially downtown central Jakarta where I'm staying at right now, it's definitely, it took me about 2 hours to get from the airport to my hotel, which is central Jakarta. And what should have been about 30 to 45 minutes took 2 hours. If you're going around using a Grab car or Grab bike, I don't suggest you getting a car. I suggest you getting a Grab bike and just doing a solo ride. And if you're with a group of people, everyone download the Grab or Gojek app and just take the bike because they can maneuver everywhere you want to go. But when it comes to like taking a car, you're stuck. You're stuck. Something a little bit bigger. Yeah. It's nice though.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I like the bubbly shape.
I want to say food court food is very affordable and very luxurious. Like it's good food that we would pay like 50 bucks an arm and a leg for in North America. Like you have set barbecue steaks starting from 49K, which is like 4 bucks. Like you have set menus, you have buffets that are like less than $15 or less than $20. Like you cannot get that value in, ooh, wow, in North America. But this is very nice here. Right now we're gonna go to the food court. We're gonna see what is there. Just to show you a bunch of different delicacies in Indonesia, in Jakarta. What's up everybody? I am hungry and right now I'm a little bit tired of Indonesian food, so I stopped over here. It is called Karnivor, and if you know me, I like my meats. So let me show the menu. I am at Karnivor. Let's meet our meat. So the first things first, I want some steak. Oh, what is this? Hanging tender. Well, I know what I want. I want to go for this. I want to go for this right now. 300 grams of Australian beef Pichanha steak, 300 grams charcoal grilled Brazilian style Australian rump steak, served with chimichurri pesto sauce, mixed vegetables, grilled pineapple, and garlic bread. But just out of curiosity, oh, beef ribs looks nice, tenderloin steak oats, and then sirloin, and then there is a cowboy cut steak for $3.79, 600 grams, T-bone, that's for the big boys. Oh, you want a monster steak? 1 kilo. 1 kilo for $549,000, which basically is like $45. What is this? Meat tower, 2 kilograms. 2 kilograms of prime cut steak tower with pita bread. Goddamn. Chicken chunk loaded fries. Freshly fried French fries were served with crispy chicken chunk and buffalo sauce. That's like a buffalo chicken poutine. Yo, juices and smoothies. You already know I like my juices. Fresh strawberry mixed with raspberry, lychee, green apple, and lemon juice. Healthy mix of pak choy, pineapple, and lemon juice. Freshly squeezed orange juice and mix of pineapple, lychee, lemon, and dash of rosemary. Kind of a lemony yellow. I didn't get this one, but this is an $8 steak. $8 sirloin, medium rare. There's a nice combo. So this was only like what, 89? 99,000 rupiah. So, and this steak is medium rare. It looks like a good 14-ounce steak, like for real. 14-ounce sirloin steak. Not bad. That's $8. The temperature can be a lot hotter, but then again, I was just talking. And they give you like the au jus, a gravy type of texture. And this was about $3. This is $3. How can you tell me right now that like you can go to a nice gourmet restaurant and get an $8.71 steak Canadian that's cooked and it's that big? Thank you. Here is the Pichanha steak. And this is massive. Just to give you guys a heads up, this is massive. Give a hand comparison. That looks amazing. Now, I'm ready to dig in. This is only $24. Let's see. So first of all, oh, it's on the bed. It's on a bed of kind of like mixed greens. It's kind of like that. What's that? Morning Glory. Let's get into the fat. Oh, it's a little bit tough. Okay, but I ain't gonna judge that because I'm a tough guy. So let's see. I ain't gonna bite. Hold out. So now, second one. Boom. Medium rare. Not bad. However, it is pretty decent. Well seasoned, tender. But is it really a picanha? Does it really give me that Brazilian authentic vibe? Not the same. It's a little bit tough. If it's a little bit warmer, hotter, it would be ideal. But for the value of $24 steak, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. It gets better as you go in. So, do I think that it's worth $24? Absolutely. You don't get this quality anywhere else. The chimichurri is not overpowering. It's not acidic. You get a nice caramelization. The steak is a little bit thick and chewy for me, so it's not like USDA Prime. It's not like AAA. However, everything in Indonesia has full flavor. You're not gonna get a bland steak. This is not bland at all. It's on the sweeter side actually. Because of the chimichurri is less acidic than usual, and that it's more on the sweeter side. And I think it's more catered to the Asian palate because sweet meat. It almost reminds me of kind of like a Korean barbecue type of taste. It's not exactly, it reminds me of Brazilian churrasco. It's more of like a Korean sweet kalbi beef or like bulgogi type of tenderloin. This is garlic bread, but it looks like a hamburger bun. Yeah, I say hamburger bun. It's not garlic bread. It's a hamburger bun. Cherry tomatoes, charcoal grill, they're grilled onions. Yeah, the vegetables are pretty good. The morning glory vegetables and the sides that they give you is pretty good. It has a nice barbecue-y texture too. If you're gonna come here, pick a thinner steak because this is pretty thick. This is a thick boy. So it's kind of a thick boy. And so on the thinner side, you're gonna get more flavor, more tenderized meat, where this is kind of like a meathead type of meat. I will give the steak a solid 7 out of 10. I would say 7 out of 10, but for the value, it's a good 9 out of 10. Good value. Alright everyone, that was a good meal. Now that I'm outside the restaurant, let me tell you, the sirloin, I have to say, the $8 steak, Canadian, was a lot better than the Brazilian Australian steak. Why? Because it's thinner, and it's more tender. And I'm not saying the Brazilian steak was bad. It was not bad. It was pretty decent, pretty good. But it wasn't like the perfect steak, you know what I mean? But this is where you cut costs. So if it's $24 Canadian, then you know it's really, really good. So don't get me wrong, but if I had to order something again, I would order the sirloin steak. Now that's $8 Canadian. Now US, that's like $5. So $5 for the value, you cannot go wrong. So without further ado, I'm gonna take you guys to the next spot to eat in Indonesia. Just remember to like, subscribe, and follow along because I will be taking you through a lot of places in Indonesia. It's going to be Bali, it's going to be Jakarta, it's going to be Uluwatu. I'm excited about that. But ooh, what's that? Ramen? You want ramen? You want ramen? Okay. Well, anyways, I will talk to you guys in a bit. First class. I can't contain myself. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Like, now I go back. Ooh.